So get down to seat and jump around. Jump around.
I don't know if there's
Jump around. Jump around.
Fade it down.
Unmute.
Hello. And welcome.
Good morning.
Evening, afternoon, whatever.
Afternoon, whenever you're listening. If you're listening to this right before bed. That's what I do, actually. It's my sleep podcast. It is Spirit Week, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Country versus Country Club. I think Ryan wins it today.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the
Overalls.
whole overalls on. I do respect it a lot. So, homecoming week. How are we feeling? What do we think the best day is going to be, theme-wise?
I thought yesterday was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything
Mismatch
but
Monday.
backpack.
Tomorrow will be pretty good. Dress like
a teacher.
I think some people...
I'm gonna go for the
Can
Mr.
go
Roth
crazy.
look,
Mr. Roth.
Okay, I like
Solid.
or Mr. Johnson.
You gonna go
Just
to
wear a
your-
little polo.
Polo.
Some sort of
khaki
team,
shorts.
polo.
it. Oh, yeah.
Any team ever. Like,
Any team that's ever
Yeah.
played football, except the Chiefs, I think.
Right. Yeah, probably.
That's the only one. But, so, this is kind of a shorter podcast. We're filming it a day before. This is Tuesday. So what we won't be able to get you is the recap from the Tuesday volleyball. Other than that, we'll be good. We'll just do the regular run-through, all the four sports. We get Micah on, good old Micah for cross-country.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do another Jimmy's Top 5. We're doing shoe brands for Jimmy's Top 5. So I'm excited for that one. So with no more further ado, let's get right into football. Shilling,
Yeah,
give
so
us that good news.
yeah, football, great win at a Halstead. What was final score? 54-0, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 54-0.
Yeah, they really didn't do anything against our
No.
defense, and we did a lot of damage on our offensive side against their defense.
Yep.
Some highlights, shout-outs. Hudson Ferralis, he had 439 yards passing with 6 touchdowns. Obviously, pretty
That's
dang good
insane.
stat
That
line.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to passing yards. Max Warner, who got Offensive Player of the Week, he had 140 yards with 7 recorded catches, averaging 20.6 per catch. With what'd you have? 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns,
Three
but
touchdowns.
2 are rushing.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. And then Jake, I would like to shout at him real quick. He was 100%. Whenever the ball came his way, he caught it with 166 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Mr. Bradley was kind of joking at practice yesterday. Imagine being 100% catching rate and not getting Offensive Player of the Week. Because we were just been, everyone all around did well.
Yeah, exactly.
We all had fun.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's the main reason why we did so good.
Yeah, for sure. So we got Trinity here coming up at home.
Yep.
Whiteout's the theme, of course, at 7. It should be, we're ready.
Homecoming game.
Yeah, we're ready. Obviously, we started that roll off with a 54-0 win. So
Yeah.
Trinity's had some struggles this year.
Down this year.
Yeah, they haven't really been
New head coach
too great
too.
in the past.
Yep, head coach.
But they got some. It's really weird. They have a lot of seniors, and then or a decent amount of seniors, and then just drops down to a lot of freshmen.
Yeah.
They don't really have any in between there.
It goes varsity type players, and then
Right.
a couple freshmen. That get
Right. So this year they don't really have that great of a team, but in the future, I think that they got something to
Yeah.
grow on top of
Oh,
because they have a
absolutely.
lot of freshmen on
I
that.
talked to Parker Roth when I went over to middle school, or not Parker Roth, Parker Broadfoot.
Right.
He told me that at one point in the time during the season, they only had 14 kids on their roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like 26 now or something like that.
Mhm.
Not even, I don't think.
They only suited up 16 last week.
And that was for what, Andale?
Yep.
And
Well, I heard the Andale head coach didn't even go to that game.
Yeah,
No.
he was at a visit for his daughter at OU.
oh,
He
wow.
was on the sideline
He was on the
during
sideline.
the game.
Both of the Andale's
might
coaches'
be
daughters
worth it.
run track at OU, or
Throw.
one of them.
Is it Fairchild?
Some I don't know, some track aspect thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. Whoever.
And then his second child is now visiting there.
Yeah, it would be very
for track
likely
as well,
that
so.
those
It'd be
anyone
Fairchild.
from Andale are
Oh, yeah.
stunts and track. So yeah, and then back to that Halstead. It's crazy that us against Halstead, we were both 1-4 teams going
Mhm.
against each other.
All right.
But
And
it
it's
did
just
not.
insane
Oh, yeah.
how you
It-
see.
It
like,
wasn't even close.
yeah, that record is the same thing, but still, like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of shows how
Who-
our district started versus theirs.
Who did they
I would
beat?
say. They beat Nickerson First game of the
Really?
year.
Yeah, first game of the year.
So,
Can we just quickly highlight the fact that one of your rushing touchdowns was a snap where you guys went in Wildcat?
Yeah.
Snap went way over your head. You
Picks
tracked
it
it
up.
down and somehow makes a
Wiggled
touchdown.
through everybody.
I'm just glad
Dove
I
for the
can
pylon.
finally say I dove for the pylon.
Yeah.
I've always done it as a kid. You know, you're diving on the couch. Hit the bed frame at the top. Oh, I'm finally glad I can.
Definitely a highlight.
My life is complete now. So
Goes down
That's
to the
all I did.
5-yard rushing
those-
touchdown.
the 5-yard rushing touchdown. I ran
Stats
for
don't show
80.
the effort, though.
No, that's okay. It just shows how much fun we had.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Holding up the fours all night on defense.
Oh, yeah.
the celebrations,
Shut out. Yep.
the yelling. My voice is still gone from it. So
Shout out to
You tell.
Mr. Roth for getting the defense fired
Oh,
up.
yeah.
that
exactly,
week.
yeah.
It was
He-
nice to see everybody involved in it. Just
Yeah,
seeing you
everybody
guys,
having
you were
fun.
together. You were
Right.
one team, and it was just good to watch you guys succeed as a team.
Mhm.
It was an
Exactly.
absolute blast. Well, that's football. That's plenty of football. So let's move on to volleyball. So volleyball, we went over to Council Grove Saturday.
Bright and early.
Oh yeah.
And we brought her home. Got first. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was sleeping in on that.
Yeah,
trip.
Ryan did fall asleep. And then Kaysen had to coach basketball.
Unable to go
Me
there.
and Braden attended those games.
Mm-hmm.
They played 5 games and they went 4-1.
Yeah.
And again, they got first. I witnessed probably the greatest volleyball game in my life there. I'll highlight on that a little later. I believe that was their 3rd game. But first off, they played the 18th ranked in 3A Council Grove. I'm getting all this from Max Preps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how solid Max Preps is. Sometimes they're a little off, but what I'm seeing is 18th ranked in Council Grove. They beat them in 3. I thought they played great. They had to play Council Grove's JV next. They beat them in 2. Council Grove's JV played because they picked up Clay Center's spot. Clay Center had COVID. So props to those girls being a JV team
Right.
playing like in one of the best tournaments
Mhm.
in the state that weekend.
Yeah.
There were some very good teams, and it's awesome. Hester could come out winning that one. After they beat Council Grove's JV team, they moved on to their only weekend loss, which was Wamego. Lost in 2. Energy was a little down from what it was before, but you could tell the girls were tired.
Right.
You could tell we were tired. I probably could have fallen asleep on the
Yeah.
benches. But we stayed in there, and then we went back, and we beat the 12th ranked team in 4A, and that was Clearwater. And that, again, was the greatest game of volleyball I've ever seen in my life. I was texting Kaysen updates, and I don't know if you could even read them because I was just
It's
firing
just
them off.
I was just waiting. I had your thing open, and I was just waiting because you were just 24s, 25s, up 25-24. I was just sitting, not watching any basketball because I needed to know the score.
It was insane. We won 30-28. That was the second
Wow.
set. We lost the first set, came back. We were down.
I think you told me 15-5.
We were down maybe double digits in the second set. Came back, won 30-28, and then won the third set. And we brought it home. And you know what I saw? I saw a yellow card come out on the Clearwater coach.
I forgot about that.
Brought out the yellow card. I was like,
Kind
"That's
of do the same
that's
thing
allowed.
that,
You
that
can
soccer
do that."
does.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
It's like yellow card is just a warning, but red card you're out.
Oh, yeah, and that upper flutter nudge, he was right here. He showed the crowd a little bit. We got a little rowdy, a little bit.
I mean, it went from confusion first, just like who's this on?
Yeah.
It was like, and then rowdy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, here we go. So that got the energy going a little bit. From there, that was the 4th game. And then we played Wamego in the championship. That team we lost to came back and beat them in 2, and we just played amazing. We played some very solid teams, and we showed that we were better. And those girls had great energy. They had a lot of fun because it is a lot of fun winning volleyball. So, let's see here. They're going to be moving into Smoky Valley
They
today.
play Smoky tonight. Smoky and Pratt.
That's Tuesday. Smoky,
and Pratt.
it's looking like, again, Max Preps.
Smoky's a tough team.
Yeah, it looks like they're number 1 in 3A. Is that correct? They're
Them or Nickerson, and at the
Oh.
preseason, Nickerson beat them in
Oh,
pool
wow.
play, and then Smoky beat Nickerson
Okay.
in the championship.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
So Smoky's a solid team, I would say. And we got them in our sub-state, too.
they've had a solid program for last couple of years.
For a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be playing Smoky Valley, and then we got Pratt. What's big about Pratt is right now our girls are tied for 4th in the CKL. If we can beat Pratt, we can solidify that 4th place. And then is first place Smoky Valley?
I think it goes Smoky,
Nickerson, Hillsborough. All
us.
those 3 teams are great teams. So we have a very good spot in 4th place in the CKL.
And then Saturday, girls head up to Clearwater.
Over in Clearwater.
Yep.
Go play Clearwater again.
Yep. And
Get to see
that one I
everyone.
actually get to go to this week. So
We'll be there
I
right now.
hope our girls
Yeah.
show out this time. Again, take them in 2. What would you say they were 12th in 4A?
Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like 12th in 4A. And then Wamego is 16th in 4A. Again, I'm looking up on Max Prep, so I don't know how
Well, and
accurate.
from what I remember, because they've gone to that Clearwater tournament ever since my 2 older sisters were in high school.
Okay.
And both of my 2 older sisters graduated college already, so they've been going to this tournament for a long time, and it's been a solid tournament
Yeah,
every single year.
they always hold their own.
Mhm.
Very impressive. Okay, so that is volleyball, and again, it's a lot of volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
October. They're playing a lot. Sub-state is coming right around the corner, and
Next weekend.
I really think that we're
Next
peaking
weekend
at
already?
the right time.
Oh yeah, it's this is when you need to peak.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
In every sport, this is the time where you need to rally as a team. And you guys
Go
are
on
doing
a
the same
run.
thing.
The surf wave is just getting huge.
Mhm.
Just tipping over like that. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's move on to ladies tennis. Talking about a team who's peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
Holy cow, hit
tennis,
us right.
Second at regionals.
Mm-hmm.
Played really good. Gracie got first in singles at regional, and Cassie and Corey, I think, got 4th in doubles. Gracie is, I know for sure, is going to state.
Gracie's going to state. Was it Cassie and
Cassie and Corey.
Cassie and Corey? They got 4th, and so top 6 get to go to state.
And
so they got
doubles?
in doubles.
Okay,
they got
so they're
they
going to state
qualified,
too.
and then Emily and Amala got 6th.
Yeah.
And so that means that they
they
also
get state
qualified
too.
for state too.
I think we took 6 girls to the regionals, and we came out with 5
Going to
girls
state.
going to state. So
So
Only one.
I believe it was.
Mhm.
I mean, Maggie Carlson was the
Yeah.
one that didn't, and she.
Fell short.
Yeah, but she told me, she said that she played well, so she
Mhm.
wasn't
Yeah.
upset about it. But
Well, that's good.
yeah,
And she's a candidate too, so.
so at least
So
she
she'll
gets
be-
to
she'll be
enjoy
able to
that.
enjoy this
and-
week anyways.
Mhm.
So that'll be fun for her.
And Gracie said the competition at state is pretty tough.
Well, and she gets a first round bye.
Yeah.
So
since
as long
she's
as
first, but
Gracie wins her first game,
Mhm.
she will medal at state.
Mhm.
that's cool.
They said they have tough competition.
Hopefully she's not a slow starter. Like
That's very true. That's very true. But yeah, it's got to be nerve wracking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
It's
100%.
I feel like that would be so much. It would be so much like golf, or because it's not like a team sport. You aren't
Well, like-
out there. If you're in doubles, yeah, but
Yeah.
if you're in singles, you're out there by yourself, and it is all on you. You have nobody to. You've got nobody to help you. It is just you and what you're able to do.
Mhm.
Right.
So a lot of props to them going into state once again for the 2000th year
Mhm.
playing state. It feels like it always feels like we're always going to send a girl in ladies tennis.
Bare minimum, let alone
to go to
5.
state. Yeah, exactly. So very impressive stuff. That's ladies
Mhm.
tennis. Good luck to them. Hoping they can bring home some hardware. It'll
Yep.
be impressive. So, and then next we'll have Micah up here for cross country.
Mhm.
He's going to fill us all in and all that stuff. After Micah, we'll have Jimmy's top 5. He's going to give us sneakers, and that's the podcast. It's been a good homecoming week. Feeling good about Micah's interview.
Oh yeah,
Me too.
I think it's
All
gonna
right.
be good.
Here he is.
Cut.
Okay, and now here for our cross country portion, we have a junior at Hessen High School and a cross country runner, Micah Dahlsten. Everyone, give him a hand here.
Yeah.
Micah,
Back up.
dressed up as country club, I can see.
I am, yep.
So, with this cross country season, a lot of us, I would say cross country is one that it's tough to recognize, I would say the most, because you're not scoring touchdowns. You're not spiking the ball in people's faces. You're just running, you know? So,
It's not
How-
a great spectator sport.
exactly. So, how can you really push that recognition and feel prideful in what you do when it comes to cross country?
Well, for me, it's just knowing that cross country is a really hard sport. I mean,
Mhm.
you're putting miles after miles after miles each week, and so knowing that, it gives me that pride that I can carry. And then for recognition, it can be hard to get people to go out and watch long distance running, especially like
Yeah,
track. You're all
exactly.
running around a track.
Exactly.
So it's maybe sometimes you just got to play the course and be like, yo, this is a really cool course, and
Yeah.
like what we're running at,
Yeah.
or it's fun to watch people finish, though, in my opinion. It's like if you've ever been to a track meet, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, what I do like about cross country in Heston is it's really been pushed to be recognized. Like when you always think of cross country, you think of Coach Johnston, and how insane her training is when you're getting chased by a car and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that about Heston High School, how every single sport is really pushed upon, and you want to be recognized if you're an athlete in Heston. So did you just finish league, or do you have league this week?
We have league this Thursday.
Okay, and that will be in Lions, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Lions.
So how are you feeling about league? I know you guys have faced a couple league teams. Smoky Valley is one good one that I noticed. How are you feeling about league this Thursday?
Feeling pretty confident about league now. You did mention Smoky, and at our last meet at Ellsworth, they finished first. We finished second, but they still beat us by quite a bit. So we have a large task in front of us to try and take the league title, but anything's possible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So what has been your favorite part of cross country this year so far?
Favorite part, I think everyone on the cross country team is going to give you the same answer, and it's just the people. I mean, who wants to just go run miles after miles?
Yeah.
No one really.
Yeah.
But you with the people, the bond, and then you play games, and we do competitions and stuff. And It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Exactly.
You see that a lot, like through struggle, you form a bond, a stronger bond than usual,
Yeah.
and you can see that a lot in sports. And I can see where you come from running 2 miles every day, maybe more. Even I don't even know how many. What do you guys run
Too
every?
many miles.
I'm trying to think. So Mondays are typically like let's just say last Monday we just ran a mile or whatever. So we ran a mile, and then you run another mile, and then you run another mile, and then we ran another 2 miles. So
Wow.
and that's pretty typical for a Monday practice.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
sound fun.
Yeah.
Do they have
Counting down on
water
that.
break?
Yeah,
things?
we have water.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if at meets they hand you water when you're running, and you're just
Put it on your face.
It does happen,
there.
That is pretty cool. Those are pretty cool.
I bet that'd probably be the most exhilarating moment. I feel like that'd be.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there is an art form to getting the water bottle and throwing it back. My freshman year when I ran, I would get it, and then I would just toss it, and it would just I almost hit some people behind me sometimes.
Hey, that's a strategy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Knock someone unconscious.
There we go. That's our game plan for Smokey, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe have him trip on a couple little water
gotta get
cups.
in front of them first, though.
That's true. That's true. So, like you said, you're running basically everywhere in town. I mean, there's not enough miles in town for you to
Yeah.
cover. Where's the favorite spot to run around in town?
Well,
Do you have a favorite spot?
man, I really like tracks and back, which is so you run and then you go through the golf course houses, and then you go on Hickory and you take a left. And you go down there and then you take a right. I don't remember what street. So we always just call it Raleigh's Corner because Greg Raleigh lives right
Coach.
there.
Yep.
You take a right and then you go hit the railroad tracks and then you come back.
Oh, cool.
That's my favorite long distance run that we do.
Is running on the gravel kind of?
I like it because it helps me keep, I hear my steps and it can help me keep my
Yeah.
pace. Some people don't.
Right. Obviously, probably a little more dangerous, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
there's probably some negative and positives that come
Okay.
with it. So.
I heard Danger's Micah's middle name, actually.
Yeah.
So.
That is true. You can ask my dad.
Yeah, speaking of danger, going back into basketball season, you were the guy known for the flagrant, or not the flagrant foul, the technical foul.
Against
And-
Halstead.
Micah's middle name is also Could Never Hurt a Fly. He's got two middle names. So I know you've answered this question so many times, but I feel like we have to ask you, what the heck happened on that play?
It happens so fast.
Yeah.
And so I'll give you my rundown, All right. So the ball went up. It was in the last 2 minutes. Of the game. I think it was. No, there was a little more time than that. But it was in the fourth quarter, regardless. Ball went up. I was trying to box out, and I was trying to arm bar. If you've ever played basketball, you box out, you arm bar. Yeah, Roger Trimble, shout out. Anyways, so I believe it was Owen Farmer who was coming in,
That makes sense.
crashing the boards as you're supposed to.
Right.
And I'm 6 foot, and he's, I don't know, 5'6",
Not very tall.
5'7".
That's
Not-
generous.
Not
That's a little generous.
not quite as tall as me, anyways. And so he came and he tried to I don't know, almost do a swim move under my arm. And I wasn't going to try to let that happen, so I stepped. And then somehow I think his head got in here, when I was arm barring. And then somehow I put him like that, and the ref saw that. And then he was like, technical. Okay.
That was an insane sight.
You
It
know,
got the crowd going.
yeah, people say the crowd going is the best part, but I think the best part is just Greg going nuts on that.
That was, I
He
turned
was
and looked at
mad.
Greg and just,
Yeah, he was so mad. I mean, he was sticking up for you, that's for sure. It was hilarious.
It was awesome.
But yeah.
Okay, now back to cross country, I guess. So kind of just give us a little rundown of what the future is. So we know Thursday you have a little league running in Lions.
yes.
What's on
And
next
then
week?
next week on Saturday at Southeast of Saline is regionals.
Okay.
And the top 3 teams qualify for state, and that would be at Wamigo.
So
Oh,
is,
cool.
so is it just strictly teams, or is it can you
Individually
qualify
qualify.
You can individually qualify. The top 10 runners from the race qualify.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Huh.
It gets a little confusing because I can't exactly remember how it works. But if there's a team that gets first and all their top runners
Are the top
are
10?
let's say they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because your top
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
runners score. I think those count. But then let's say you have 7 runners on varsity. They went 6 and 7 too. Those don't count, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Or it's the other way around, and the 2 count and the team doesn't. I cannot remember.
If not, good luck. Whatever it is, good luck.
Yeah.
Make it. I have heard that regional is stacked.
It is.
Very, very good running schools.
Southeast has some good runners.
Southeast won state last year. They probably have the best runner. I'm pretty sure they have the best runner in 3A.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Wichita Trinity at Southeast at just a regular season meet actually, Wichita Trinity beat Southeast teams. So
Really?
Wow.
probably the top 2 teams in the
That's
state.
kind of random. I never really hear about Wichita Trinity
Yeah,
kind of
having
being
good
good.
cross country.
I didn't know, but this year they've come on really strong and
Ah,
they're
that's impressive.
very good.
Okay. Do you guys have any more questions?
I don't think
No,
so.
sir.
Good luck.
I got one more.
Go
It's,
for it.
where's the best place to run in the state? You've been running for 3 years. What's your favorite place to run?
Favorite place I've ran freshman year state at Rimrock in Lawrence.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It was during
Can't miss
fall.
that.
The leaves were changing colors. There's a lake that you run by. It is gorgeous.
Mm.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, well, that was Micah for cross country.
Yeah.
Give us a
Thanks,
lot of
Micah.
insight. Thank you, Micah.
Thank you guys.
Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump, fist bump.
Cut.
Okay, yeah, your guys' claps are on point.
Okay, so
Hello, Jimmy.
What's up?
yes, just had Mike on. Good cross country interview. Kind of all wrapped up for sports.
Yep.
Let's finish out with a solid Jimmy's top 5. Once again, Jimmy, like last week, just looking fly.
Thank
Fly
you.
Jimmy.
Thank you. I like the flannel and the hat.
Yeah,
you guys
I
all
love-
look pretty good too.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Big fan of it. Okay, so this Jimmy's top 5. We're going to do Jimmy's top 5 shoe brands.
Oh. Shoe brands.
Shoe brands.
Never thought too much about my shoe brand.
You do have the Buzz Lightyear shoes.
I do have the Buzz Lightyear shoes.
Jimmy does have good style.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, talking about Buzz Lightyear shoes, let's go on. Number 5, those Buzz Lightyear shoes are Pumas, and I really
Okay.
like Pumas, but the reason why they're number 5 is because I don't really like the support. They don't support my arches. So.
Oh, okay.
I've never really been a fan of Puma.
Puma's done a
It's
lot
not-
of throwback.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen their
Retros.
basketball shoes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting a lot more into basketball.
Yeah, a
now.
lot of NBA players signed with Puma now.
Mhm.
But yeah, Puma's got a lot of retro type
Yeah.
shoes. I
Yeah.
respect it. I like that at a good solid 5.
Yeah. And number 4 is Converse. They're not tennis shoes. I just like wearing them for like casual like fits, like
Yeah.
jeans and like a t-shirt. Not like comfortable, but like they just look pretty cool.
Right.
And like it's pretty low key, I guess.
agree.
That's a solid pick.
Quite the respectable decision.
Yeah. Number 2 is like Adidas. I really like their Ultra Boost, like really good like running shoes.
Most comfortable shoe I ever had.
I would say
Yeah.
so too. I like them in basketball too.
Mm-hmm. So, and number 2, the reason why it's number 2 is because it's really expensive. But like I really like Jordans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they're just
pick.
really expensive.
Yeah.
The style aspect of it.
There's many like different Jordans, like the Jordan 1s, just like the high top.
Mm-hmm.
Really like them. And number 1, Nike, of course. They have really good running shoes. Their Air Forces, their Air Maxes. They just have a lot of variety.
Yeah. I think Nike's running the game so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have
it
been,
has
they
been
have
for a
been
while.
for
Yeah,
a
there's
while.
nothing. Yeah, nothing they
The
can't
shoe
do.
game is pretty good.
They don't really have much competition. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
you have this Under Armour's not really up there, but
Yeah.
Adidas.
Mm.
What else?
That's it, like Adidas.
Really,
what I
Adidas
like-
is on your rear.
I don't know, man. New
What I-
Balance sells a lot of
Exactly.
That's
mowing
true,
shoes
I
to
would-
old white dads.
I would
Yeah.
I would make my number 1 New Balance. I would
New
say.
Balance?
I like New Balance.
I can see Max being a New Balance dad when he gets older.
Ryan,
Oh, yeah.
what's your number 1?
New Balance
I'd have to say
dad.
Nike.
Yeah.
Nike.
Yeah, I gotta go Nike.
I gotta go Nike too. It's just all I wear.
There's too much variety.
Nike.
Nike.
New Balance.
Nike wins.
No, that is solid. Do you have a certain like favorite make of shoe?
Oh,
Nike,
well,
Jordan, whatever it is.
Like I like Jordans, but I also am thinking about getting some like Air Forces. I haven't gotten them.
Okay.
I really should. And
Are you-
also,
All
Just-
black Air Forces.
yeah, all
right?
black.
I'm not getting the black Air Forces. I'm not gonna go rob a bank.
Just want to rob a bank. Okay. Well, thank you for that top 5, Jimmy. Great taste in shoes.
Yeah.
Very respectable top 5.
Thank
Always
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
Good job,
It's
Jamie.
getting hot in here.
Okay. That's it. That's good.
That's like we just recap shakes.
Good job. Thank you.
Okay, dude, I need to take the sweatshirt off. Cut. 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 Cut.